I would like to open this special session of the Board of Examiners of Biomedical Sciences, in which the diplomas will be issued for the Master of Biomedical Sciences. I warmly welcome you, the graduates here in front of me, on behalf of the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences. And I'm thankful that we are able again to do this and come together in this beautiful church for this very joyful occasion. My name is Sylvia Heneman, and I'm the chair of the Board of Examiners of Biomedical Sciences. Next to me is the Director of Education of the the full program of Biomedical Sciences, Dr. Jan Thijs, and there is the program coordinator of the Master of Biomedical Sciences, Professor Dr. Ronit Sverdlov. And you probably all know them because they're also the coordinators of the thesis and the internship period, so you probably have talked to them a lot on various occasions. What will happen today? So I will give a short introduction on what it actually means, this diploma you're about to receive, and the role of the Board of Examiners, and I will briefly explain how you will actually get the diploma. But that will work out. So first, what is actually in this folder which you're about to receive? The diploma is a certificate issued by the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences, and it testifies that you as a graduate have successfully completed the Master of Biomedical Sciences. In the study program of this master, there is a coherent body of student units, courses, an internship, which was designed and organized, and it was all aimed to realize that you would attain the specific goals concerning knowledge, insight, and skills that were stipulated for this master. The described goals were, amongst others, that you have a profound knowledge and understanding of the biomedical field, that you have the academic skills to independently identify, formulate, analyze, and also suggest possible solutions for problems in the field of biomedical sciences, that you have the skills to design, conduct, report on these studies, and all that in a manner that meets the customary standards of the discipline, and that you also possess the professional and academic skills of applying knowledge and also how you can communicate that to an audience of colleagues or also of non-specialists. I've summarized this a bit for the purpose of this speech, but it shows that the graduates here have worked very hard and can be very proud of their achievements. And with the completion of this study program, you now master all the competencies that will enable you to work successfully in the field of your future profession. To attain all these intended learning outcomes I just mentioned, you have completed many exams, assignments, a thesis, an internship, and with all that you have shown that you have the right level of performance and you are eligible to receive the diploma. Now, what is the role of the Board of Examiners in this? As board, we have several tasks, and one of that is to quality assure the organization and also the procedures that lead ultimately to this diploma. So as Board of Examiners, we need to make sure that the exams are of sufficient quality, that everything goes according to the rules. And we have that legal responsibility also because as a program, we have an accountability towards society, that with this diploma, you have actually adhered to all the rules. And yeah, it means something. This diploma has a quality assurance of that it's sufficient, profound, and that it has a legal status. So the second task of the board is this celebration, because as Board of Examiners, we issue the diplomas, and for that I'm here as a representative of the Board of Examiners. Now then, for what's going to happen next, so I will ask the graduates to come forward one by one. I call your name, so please come forward to the table. I will hand over the diploma. Dr. Thijs will hand over a rose, and then I ask you to stand here before the table, and the photographer will make a picture of you with the rose and the diploma. So if you've seen one, so the first one maybe feel a little bit awkward, but after that it'll go very fast. So everyone high up in the alphabet, maybe you're the one to which I call first. But I will call you according to your specialization. So you're all here with a different specialization. So now I have students that have completed the specialization Inflammation and Pathophysiology, Regenerative Medicine, Nutrition, Physical Activity and Metabolism, and Imaging from Molecule to Man. So I will call you according to the specialization. Halfway through, or at several time points, there are speeches by the program. So there is a short speech of the master coordinator, Ronit, of the student representative, Kennedy, and of the Director of Education, Thijs. But they will come while we're doing also the handing out of the diplomas. I will announce that. Okay, are you ready? Good, then we'll start. We'll start with two students of the specialization Inflammation and Pathophysiology. And the first one is Marie-Renée Hermans. Dian Jamil Selim. Now we'll call forward a group of students who have done the specialization in regenerative medicine. And the first one is Monica Basilio de Souza Calvero with a cum laude certificate. And then Tim Den Brink, also with a cum laude certificate. Iris Dolaar. Geurts. Sanne van der Heijden. Louisa Henniger. Bernard Kolp. Carina Schemmer with the cum laude certificates. Mickey van der Spoel. Matthew van Heusden. Michel Wietik. Ilaria Zanola. That was the first round. And then I would like to introduce Professor Ronit as Master Coordinator for a short speech.
Dear students, what a pleasure to congratulate you here today and to see you all. And congratulations also to your parents. It's a great day. You can be very, very proud of yourself. So you started this master in 2019, and shortly after, I don't know if you still remember, we had a major cyber attack on our university. It was challenging because we needed to find a way to communicate with each other when the platform did not work. But this was just a mini challenge, because immediately after that we got into the corona crisis, which actually took place the entire duration of your studies. And the fact that you are here today tells us that you were able to do everything despite of all the challenges in the way. It tells us that you must be excellent in communications, because you were able to communicate via Zoom, which is so difficult to work on network and everything, but you did it. It means that you are very professional. The rules kept on changing all the time. In fact, almost everything changed, but you kept to that. Also doing an exam from home takes some responsibility, right? You did it very well. You must have been also very creative. I mean, when plans change, where to do your internship, or to find ways to still study in a productive way. And you did it. And these are, of course, the important skills for biomedical sciences. You practice it every day. And when you take this with all the knowledge that you have, we are absolutely sure that each and every one of you will have all the tools that you need in order to have a successful career in the future. Now, this pandemic didn't just impact the way you studied, but also added some glamours to this profession, right? I'm a biomedical scientist now, in the news all over, in the media, scientists talking about the pandemic, explaining it, busy saving the world literally with, looking for ways to monitor it or to treat it. And in fact, this is the reason why we can meet here today face to face. It's due to scientists, to people that choose the same career as you are choosing now. And I think that's inspiring, but it's also a very, very good reason for you to be very proud of the profession that you have selected, and also, of course, for your families. I mean, this is great, and we are sure that you will have an impact on the world. It could be a small impact, it could be a big impact, it could be different types of challenge, but you will leave a significant impact. And this is, a big honor. Now, with all the changes that we had, one thing did not change, and this is the fact that we always have seen you in the center of the program. We are doing it now for years, but in the last 2 years we realized it became really essential, because with all the rapid changes we could have not made the adaptation that fast and in optimal manner without your constant feedback of everything, without your ideas, without working with you together, literally. And on behalf of the program, I would like to thank you for all the help that you gave us in these 2 years in order to adapt the program to the crisis. So thank you for that, and I would just like to end by congratulating you again. I wish you lots of good luck. Please keep in touch with each other and also with us. It's all about networking, right? And celebrate. It's nice that you finally can. Thank you.
Thank you, Ronit. Then we'll continue with the specialization nutrition, physical activity, and metabolism. And I will call forward Elisa Damiano. Ivo Habets. Cheyenne Hendricks. Phyllis Jessen. Lucia Kerkhoff. Evie Koenen. Gillian Larek. Rosa Schonen. Jeroen Smeets. Eva van Brabant. Those were the students of that specialization. And I would like to invite the student representative, Kennedy Dabreu de Paulo, who will speak on behalf of the students. Yes. And he graduated in the previous session, hence the hat.
Hi. All right. So why does he wear the crazy hat? It's not practical. Okay. Anyways, dear students, dear guests, dear alumni, I'm going to try to do this to avoid any... Do you all hear me? Great, awesome. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to express that I'm honored and proud to be surrounded by such wonderful company on a special and memorable occasion. We can all remember a moment where in our lives that we felt that we were failing. Yet, as Denzel Washington said, you don't fail if you're not even trying. So basically, if you don't fail, you're not even trying. What I'm trying to say is that today we accomplished, today's accomplishment resembles your motivation to try, leading us to this exact moment where we are allowed to celebrate a milestone. And a milestone it surely is. In a brief moment, the sound of the hammer will resonate on the walls of this medieval church, marking the official closure of this research master's in a prestigious setting. All right. Before you walk out of this church behind me, in front of you will be an open door. That door will be one out of many to come. Even though some doors may open easier now, recall that this is your effort and hard work that yielded this possibility. Okay. From highs to low, we managed to have come this far. From lecture halls to computer screens, we showed our grit. From mitochondria to Western blots. We learned that the powerhouse of the cell is not just an organelle that we were taught in high school. We have Professor Radek to thank for that. Who knew that a child could have 3 parents? Through MRT, which stands for mitochondria replacement therapy, sick mitochondria are replaced by donor mitochondria before fertilization, and you will have a healthy child. Well, that child, genetically speaking, now has 3 parents. Who knew? That's very interesting. Dear Professor, thank you for making something so complex so interesting. Yet I must admit that some of us might have to refresh our obtained knowledge occasionally when it comes to the number of base pairs in the mitochondrial DNA, let alone the details mechanism of the electron transport chain. Luckily, there is something more important and more valuable than knowledge. Skills. You see, I recall it as yesterday, during the first lecture that Professor Lanique gave. She emphasized in that very moment that skills are just as valuable, if not more valuable than knowledge, since science is in a consistent act of motion. That really sank in. All in all, I think it's safe to say that the students have been intrigued by your lectures, and thank you, professors, for that. In fact, I must say that every professor delivered an astonishing output which crafted this curriculum, especially the prompt response by all staff members of this university to tackle the challenges commenced by this pandemic. Not to mention all the students that supported one another through mental support, not only during the lockdown. Speaking of which, did you know that fellow classmates and I immediately offered assistance to nearby hospital personnel during the first wave? This pandemic has taught us countless life lessons. Yet these signs are unity that prove our moral capabilities. It has brought us and will bring us the furthest. And it's something to be very proud of. And therefore, I would like to ask an applause for all students, all staff members, and everyone in this church, because I'm convinced that one is capable of contributing to a better cause to a certain extent, because the world needs a lot and it needs it from you. Thank you very much. Now, before I end this note, and before I give the word back to Jan Roeniet, I have one special announcement for the graduates. Or, as Steve Jobs used to say, one more thing. You see, the board, Jan Roeniet and I, made sure that all graduates today get the opportunity to pose in front of a professional photographer, in specific a professional Polaroid photographer. So all the graduate students get to get a Polaroid to take home. This way we hope that you can all remember this moment with fulfillment and joy. I wish you the best of luck on your future career path. Much obliged for your attention. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, Kennedy. We still have the specialization from imaging from molecule to man, sorry. And I call forward Sammy Hermans with a cum laude certificate. Lars Hoezen. Dree Peters. And these were the graduates on my list. So congratulations on behalf of me. And I would like to give the word to Jan as a Director of Education for the program.
Okay. Last time I promise that I will address you. I did it in the past a few times. But today, even more than I was at the start of this year when we started with 2.1, I think I announced that I was absolutely convinced that you would do a fantastic job. And you did. Well, that was at the start of the second year, of course. By then you already were for a full year in our master. And today I am already so proud, and I want to congratulate every one of you with the achievement. So I can start to, or even imagine how it must be for your parents, for your friends and family, how proud they must be. And they should. They deserve it. You deserve it. You are really now at the end of a fantastic period, we hope, and at the start of a new one. At the start of a new one where each one of you will end up probably somewhere else. Probably some of you already found a PhD position, because that is what we very often do, right? Continue in research. Others maybe found a place in industry or education. Some of you might even still looking around for a position, and that's all fine. And we are convinced within the program and with everything that we hope we taught you and the experiences, the expertise that you build up yourself, that wherever you end up, you will make it. We're sure. We're sure because we have been with you for 2 years and witnessed all the skills, all the things actually that Sylvia mentioned at the start, all these ILOs that you received, all these exams that you passed, but much more important, all the additional competencies that Ronit mentioned, your creativity, your communication, the way you interact with others. It will bring you far. It will bring you actually wherever you want to be. And it might be for some here in the neighborhood in Maastricht. It might be for others back to where you come from. It might be somewhere in a totally new environment. But it will be okay. We know, because you know that in all these years, with all these students that were doing their internship, never ever has a place, a host lab, where you did your internships, told us, oh, these students from Maastricht, never again. Of course not. It's the contrary is true. People and host labs are so happy because of everything that you bring. And we know that this will continue. There is one thing now, a request that I would like to make on behalf of the program to all of you. Because you will soon, that is, through that door, go out, and this is actually, and then we go for a little drink, obviously. But then you go, and then this period for you is done. But in a week or two, you will receive a letter from the alumni office, and we would really like for you to leave your contact details there, because we want to continue to learn from you, as we did in the past 2 years, and if you did your bachelor before. We want to hear from you what is going well and what you maybe missed, and things that we might want to change in the program. And also we want to call on you and reach out to you as ambassadors for our future students. And we might invite you to come and talk to them and transfer your passion and your enthusiasm of the job that you will be into. So please do. We really would appreciate that. And with that, I would like to thank you once again, congratulate you, and hope that you have the time for a small drink with us, and then with your friends, with your family. This is really an achievement, a milestone in your still young life. Enjoy it, and well, let's stay in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Well, before I close the session, I have a number of practical announcements. A group photo will be made outside, so I will ask you as graduates to first leave the room through that door, and then family and friends to follow. After the group photo has been taken, there is a reception on behalf of FHML at the Grand Café Maastricht Soiron, that's just along the road. In the folder with the certificate, there's an envelope, and there is a number of vouchers, so you can have a drink with your family and friends. And photos have been taken, and a link to these photos will be sent to you in about 3 weeks in your university email, so keep an eye on that. And well, with that, I close this session, and I wish you a very joyful day with your family and friends. Yes. Heb je nog plasticjes? Heb je nog van die plastic dingetjes?
We hebben niet zoveel, want we hebben elk één iets gedronken. Nog 2.
Chris, ja, je moet ze editen zelf. Denk je van, nou, ik heb daar lekker veel. Want volgens mij moet je er iets mee inleveren. En Chris heeft ook nog. Dat was wel goed, zo? Zo'n beetje opgedeeld, de speeches.
Ja, dat is iets beter. Het was daar straks natuurlijk wat te lang.
Ja.
Ja, dat is, was dat niet vroeger zo?
Nee, ze hebben het stuk laten zakken vanwege de studenten met rolstoel. Dat ze bij de tafel stonden.
Okay.
Ik zei nog, ik kan het op de hand laten, dan lopen wij wel even daar naartoe. Maar
Ja.
ze liet het gewoon zakken. Dus. So now you're free to go. Yes.
No, we still need to arrange the pictures for the other.
But it's less formal now. It's such a nice closure. It always makes it feel official that it's worth it, right? So
It needs a certain formality.
yeah, it needs a certain, but still we brought it very, human, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I need you to go a little bit wider because of the
Doesn't that change in like a couple days?
it's also nice if we use the whole wrist.
Strootje zien we ze op mijn kabel. Dat is wel echt heel leuk.
Let me see. If you could, yes, go a little bit. Yes, a little bit. Yeah. And then the gentleman should come. Yes. And then you're saying them too. And then you a little bit. Yeah, I need some balance. Yeah. Nobody has somebody in front, otherwise I only see your eyes. Gentleman in the blue. Yeah, and you could come back down one. Yes. And then I think it's good. Okay. First I have to do my settings and people can take pictures. Yeah. Let me check if you're. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to come to that part. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready to? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, this is the camera that counts for now. If you could give me your nicest smile to show me how happy you are here, or maybe you are relieved, or you are, just give me your nicest smile, please. Yes. Oh, nicer even. Yes. Great. Okay, now you can put your cap on, and the tassel has to go on the left. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere yet. These are the nicest
Zo bijna.
Everybody has to test to the left because I'm not checking. Yeah, I'm not checking anybody. Sorry. So you have to. Can you really have yes? Okay. So remember that smile you just had. Show me again, please. Yeah, you're happy. Okay. Are you done also? Yeah? Okay, last time I'm going a little bit further away. I will count to 3, and on 3 you can throw the cap in the air. Please don't throw it straight up, or you can throw it at me, but not on the sides because we cannot go behind the bars.
Nee, ik wil gewoon je hoofd afdrukken.
Yeah, you can take it off and then you can throw it in the air. So. Yeah? Are you ready? Okay, I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dat is waar, meneer, denk ik. Wat heeft dat een goed
Ik weet het.